Welcome back to Morning Break. Union Mission will celebrate a decade of hope and transformation while continuing to raise funds to create brighter futures for those in need at the 10th annual Raising Hope Gala on June 10th. Dr. Karen Alston is an advocate for survivors of domestic violence and a speaker at the gala. She's here this morning with Amelia Stevens of Oliver Maynard, the presenting sponsor for this year's event. Good morning, how are you?
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, 10 years. This event has been doing such great work. Just why is it so important to get out and support this event the way you do?
Tim, this event is so incredible. Dr. Alston and I were just talking about it while we were waiting to go on. And it's truly amazing to come and see the work that they do all like full circle, hear the stories of the people they've impacted, and raise money to help them fund their mission.
Yeah, and now that the focus has shifted to supporting Parker's House, it really becomes very dear to your heart. You have been an advocate for domestic violence victims in our community for 3 decades, and
Yes.
you've been involved with Parker's House from the start.
Absolutely. It has been amazing, and the greatest portion about this is that for my organization, The Jewel, it is important that we continue to educate not only the survivors but also our community so that we understand what actually happens behind those closed doors.
Yeah, tell folks what you do with For the Jewel and how you partner with Parker's House as well.
Yes. First of all, it was so exciting to actually walk in the doors when the doors open for the first day. It's just beautiful. And one of the things that is so important is that because when you go through the trauma, you go through the violence, and you're feeling isolated, a lot of times we don't know how we even got into the situations that has just torn us apart. And so it is necessary for the education that we understand us, we understand the root cause of why we're in these type of situations so that we can begin our healing process. And if we don't face it head on and control it, it will continue to control us. So that's why the work that the Jewel does is so important. Absolutely.
Parker's House, of course, the women's shelter at Union Mission that you have done a great job supporting as well, raising supplies for them and just giving them a boost right when they needed it.
Yes, it is really such an honor and a privilege that Oliver Maynard has to be able to support the work of Union Mission, Parker's House, their many programs, and the work of individuals like Dr. Alston. They do such incredible work in our community.
All right, now next Tuesday, folks are going to get out and support it more. A lot more going on at this than people getting together and having a good time. They're going to be raising some money through some auctions and some raffles.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
We're looking forward to it. They're auctioning off some really neat trips. I think there's a golden ticket raffle for a trip to the Dutch Caribbean, I believe. So yeah, should be fun.
Fantastic. And people can buy their raffle tickets right there at the event.
Yes.
You can pre-order them online.
Correct, yeah.
Fantastic. All right, it's all coming up next Tuesday. And, your partnership with Parker's House is going to be kind of the focus of when you talk to the audience a little bit.
Absolutely. First of all, this is a humbling experience because I get to be the voice to speak for those who have become silent for so long. And it's important for us to understand that when we see them on the corners, it's not just get a job. You know, it's a lot of things that happens behind the doors that individuals don't understand that's going on with these individuals. And so we want to make sure that, which is my number one point when I go in, is that when we see individuals, that we learn that they learn to see what the person is not showing, and that when they speak, they can hear what they're not saying, so that no one begins to judge them and say, why don't you just get a job, or why don't you just leave these situations? It's more than that. And it can happen to any of us, right? Yeah. Yes, well, so that's the most important part.
We know you were going to have the audience's attention with that message that you're getting out there. It is all coming up Tuesday at the 10th Annual Raising Hope Gala, supporting Union Mission and Parker's House. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful time on Tuesday.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Yes.